What's up, everybody? Once again, it's time for Funko News. This edition of Funko News was recorded on December 23rd, 2017. For starters here, Pez has announced a partnership with Funko, and Pez is a candy company, but they're really more so known for the dispensers that hold their candy because they do have heads on them of popular characters. So with this partnership with Funko, then there's going to be some dispensers that will be produced that have basically pop heads on them. Don't really know when these are going to come out, but they will be exclusive to the US and Canada. I want to say this real quick for my international subscribers because I know a lot of you get frustrated with things that are not available in your country, and some people do talk about that down in the comments. And it's okay to, of course, to share your thoughts here. I like for people to share their thoughts, but honestly, that's not going to make a change, though. I feel like if you really want things to come to your country and you really want Funko to try to reach out to other countries, then you really should get at them on social media, and you could do that via Twitter or their Facebook page, just wherever they are responsive, and they are very responsive to collectors. So yeah, again, if you want these things to come to your country, reach out to Funko, and I think if enough people do that, then they will try to expand more. They just got to know that that it's going to be worth their while to do so. So the Chris Hardwick Funko Pop, there was only 1,000 of them produced, and they sold out very quickly. And then it was an innocent mistake. I do believe it was an innocent mistake that they were listed again, and some people placed orders that obviously cannot be fulfilled because, again, that figure is only limited to 1,000 pieces. But Chris Hardwick, he is trying to rectify the situation. So what they're going to do is people that place those orders for the figures that really weren't there will have the option to hang on to the order. They will get a $5 refund, and then they also will, when SDCC rolls around, get a blood splattered variant of the Chris Hardwick Pop, which I know that sounds odd for some people if you're not familiar with him, but yeah, it does actually make sense because he does host The Talking Dead, which focuses on the Walking Dead. So I think this is kind of a clever way to deal with this situation, to basically satisfy collectors and, not completely leave them hanging, really giving them that option. But yeah, if people are going to do this, they will have to wait till SDCC in order to get it, which makes sense to me to kind of give it some space for people that, legitimately got the figure. I think overall this is a good way to handle that. So moving on here, we're going to focus on what's available in the wild. The latest wave of WWE figures have been out for a little while, and I think they're pretty widespread at this point. And remember, when I do this, I'm really trying to not just focus on long-term collectors, but people that are really new to collecting as well. I want everybody, to try to be up to date. So if you're a WWE fan, yes, the latest wave is out there, including the Chase variant of The Rock and the Chase variant of Razor Ramon. With Hello Neighbor, that video game, there are several versions of the Neighbor, and another one that is starting to show up is the black and white variant with the blood splattering, which is a Barnes & Noble exclusive. I'm jumping to the right here for a moment just to point out that the Aladdin figures are available now in most areas, including the Red Genie Jafar, or the Red Jafar, I should say, Genie, or however you want to say it, basically. But that one does have a Chase variant, which is glow in the dark, and I know I've seen several people selling that one online. So yeah, if you want that one, you really got to get out there and look for it. Or some collectors say that for them it's worth it to just go ahead and buy a Chase instead of running around burning up gas money and spending the time going to stores. And you know what, I actually understand that as long as the price is at least reasonable, it can sometimes save you money in the long run. And I know that's kind of a slippery slope getting into flipping there, but sometimes you got to look at things in a reasonable way, and as long as the price isn't ridiculous, then yeah, I can understand that. And I'm not completely putting down people that sell Chases because, that's something that I do for you all with some of my giveaways. I will have to buy Chases sometimes in order to be able to do the giveaway. So again, I'm not completely putting that down. I just think the prices should be, reasonable at least. Okay, moving on here. In the center of the screen there, you see a figure that I mentioned previously, the Super Sailor Moon, which is a box lunch exclusive, is actually available for order on their website right now if you don't have a box lunch near you. And that is a link that I am going to put down in the description. And then the Queen of Hearts metallic Dorbz, I don't believe this one is available in Hot Topic stores. I think it's just online. It's limited to 5,000 pieces, and at the time of this recording, it's still available. So I'm going to put the link for that figure as well. And I think that's probably the only two links I'm going to share with this particular video, because most of the figures that I'm sharing are not store exclusives, or they're pretty easy to find, or they're just not available online. I think with the Neighbor, the Barnes & Noble exclusive, that it says on the site you have to get it in the store. So I mean, that's just the way it is with some of these. With the Masters of the Universe, there is the Faker figure, which, you know, is essentially the blue He-Man, but it's not the real He-Man. Of course, that's why it's called Faker. So that is a Target exclusive that is showing up in stores, and actually more than one of my you know, subscribers has pointed that out to me. So yeah, definitely be on the lookout for that one if you're trying to get that whole set. And then the new God of War figures are showing up as well. And I do want to say quickly, and I tend to shout out Hot Topic just because they really are pretty reliable overall with their shipping, and they do have deals online sometimes. Like right now, at the time of this recording, for a lot of their pop figures is buy two get one free, which is, you know, a pretty great deal. And I think they do have the majority of these WWE figures. They had the majority of the Aladdin figures, and they have some of the God of War figures as well. So yeah, a lot going on Hot Topic's website. If I were you, I would, you know, check it out basically before the deal is gone. So with the 8-bit Stranger Things arcade pack, which is a Target exclusive, I misspoke previously. Really, I made an assumption there, but it turns out that you actually can get the Demogorgon Chase figure. There is a chance of getting that when you order that arcade pack, which does have the 5 figures in it. And I'm really looking forward to seeing an actual unboxing of that. I've seen several people share images of it online, but I haven't actually seen anybody actually open up the, you know, the box and everything. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what that all, you know, looks like together, and also, you know, seeing how many people actually looked up and got the Demogorgon Chase figure. On the last video, I did a lot of rumors basically, and some of those seem like they're legit, because people are starting to put in pre-orders for some of the figures that I mentioned, including the McDonald's mascots. So yeah, if you're interested in those McDonald's characters that I mentioned previously, you can actually pre-order them in GameStop. You do have to go in the store, I believe. So yeah, I would go to GameStop, look at their latest list, and go ahead and see what you can pre-order. And of course, that's a good way to guarantee that you can get certain figures, because in case you don't know, with GameStop, if certain figures are not pre-ordered, then they just don't bother to get them. So it actually can be very much worth it to go ahead and put in some pre-orders. And like I said, some of the other rumors that I shared, it does seem like they are available for pre-order. I'm not going to run through all of them. Just make sure that you check out, you know, your local GameStop. So I want to do something a little bit different here, and this is not going to become an air-free Funko News video thing. I'm not going to do this with air-free edition, but I do want to take a quick look at what has been vaulted. So if you're not familiar with that term, if you're a new collector, when I say vaulted, basically that means these are retired Funko Pop figures that are not being produced anymore. Now, I do want to give fair warning here, because I know for a lot of people, they think vaulted equals big money, that the price is going to go up. That's not always the case. It can be the case with popular figures, but it's a gamble. You know, when it comes down to it, it's a gamble. I would just say try to get the figure if you really want it, because they will become difficult to find. But again, it doesn't necessarily mean an increase in value. So obviously, I'm not going to name every single figure that you see here, but I just want to point out a couple of them, including Michelangelo from the Ninja Turtles. Why it's just him, I really don't know. I don't know if the other ones are already vaulted, or if they're about to be vaulted, or what's going on there. But Michelangelo is listed. John Cena, and of course that's the original John Cena. I do believe there's at least 2 or 3 of them. Dwight Goodman from Dodgeball, the Lich from Adventure Time, Ryu, of course, from Street Fighter, Mick Foley, which I'm very surprised that that's being retired already. Feels like it just came out. Predator, the original Predator, is being vaulted, and Sadness from Inside Out. So, you know, there's a lot of popular characters here that are being vaulted. So if you really want them for your collection, you know, you might want to go ahead and grab them if you actually see them. So with the Funko shop, we already know what's going to be the next figure, because you see it here. The next figure that will be released on the 27th, so that's their usual Wednesday release, will be Nux from Mad Max Fury Road. And this is a variant of Nux. There is a common as well. So yeah, this variant is coming up on Wednesday, so be on the lookout for that if you're trying to get those figures. And by the way, the Mad Max Fury Road figures are showing up as well. And again, I want to say that Hot Topic may have some of those online. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, these are commons for the most part, so you can look around for them. And do remember with the character of Morton Joe, I think that's how you say his name, there is a Chase variant of him, a very rough looking Chase variant, because he doesn't have that like breathing apparatus on. And yeah, these really rough looking. I want to point out as well that Funko did reveal that there will be a flocked 5-pack. They didn't say which characters it's going to be, but that will be the Funko release after this next one, the Funko Shop release after this next one. So that'll be up on January 3rd. If anybody has any, ideas of what you think that could be, what 5 characters could possibly flock together, let me know your thoughts on that. So I mentioned something previously about, and I think this was in the rumor mill actually, about Five Nights at Freddy's, the Twisted One figures being released, and still not 100% sure which characters, which animatronic characters are going to have twisted versions. I know that some people are fans of the series, said, well, this character doesn't have a twisted version and that character doesn't have a twisted version. Do remember though that this is not just based on the video game. This is based off of the novel, The Twisted Ones, and I think there actually is at least, I saw at least 2 or 3 Five Nights at Freddy's novels, could be even more than that, because this is such a big franchise that has such a big following to it. So again, I would just say wait and see which characters actually get twisted versions, because I kind of get the feeling some people are going to kind of put their foot in their mouths if they haven't actually read the novels. The novels are not exactly like the game, so I would just say wait and see on that. But 2 characters that are confirmed are Ella and Theodore, which I'm assuming, they're within one of the novels. But yeah, they are listed as actually being at Five Nights at Freddy's, and then it says book along with it. Okay, so if you know anything about those characters, you can share down below. I'm not a fan of the series, so I don't know all the details. And like I said, as far as the animatronic twisted versions, we'll see, soon enough what characters actually will be released. So a lot of plush action going on within this video, more than normal. Starting off here with these Cthulhu plushes. So I believe the dark green one is the common one, and that one actually is already available in some stores. And then there are a couple of variants here that are store exclusives. So I believe the light green one is a BAM exclusive, the turquoise one is a Hot Topic exclusive, and the pink one is a Toys R Us exclusive. So the common one is available now, but then the store exclusives are up for a January release. And you see the size of these, they are 12 inches, so that's a pretty big plush figure there. And then more plush action here. The Namaste Banana, which I think that's how you say it. I'm trying my best with this. And in the mice, those plushes, they are Barnes & Noble exclusives up for a January release. And then also for a January release is the Banana Bunch, which is a Hot Topic exclusive. And there are, I guess you would call them pop figures, even though they don't really look like pop figures, but there are vinyl figures for Banana as well, which I believe if they haven't already released, then they should be out very soon. So 2 other interesting items here. There's a Ghost Rider Pocket Pop, which is up for a January release, and I'm not usually big on pocket pops, but I if I came across that one, especially if it was up like by a register, that might be one that I might, snag up, because I do like the look of it with the flames, of course. And then the DC Bombshells are getting some pins, and I notice Funko now just says pins, not just pin toppers, but yeah, which does make sense for these, since they actually do have the logos of the characters on the pins themselves, individually, which is a very nice touch. And I've said this previously, with these pins, I tend to see them at stores like Target and Hot Topic, but I mean, they're not store exclusive or anything, so you can find them different places, and those are up for a February release. Back to the plush action. Like I said, more plush action than usual in this video. So Rick and Morty has some plush figures that are actually already available. I know that FYE has some, but then you see some more here, including a 12-inch Snowball plush, which is up for a late January release. And then there's this 16-inch version of Rick and Morty, which are Toys R Us exclusives, available for a January release. So there are already 16-inch Rick and Morty plushes, like I said, and I know that they are at FYE. But these here, they just have, different expressions. That's what makes them exclusive to Toys R Us. And I do want to point out quick, before I forget about it, that the Rick and Morty vinyl 2-pack has already started to show up, which, you know, surprises me. Didn't expect that to hit till next month, but it is already starting to show up in some areas. And of course, you know, as it starts to spread out more, I will try to update you all, especially if it goes online. Sticking here with Rick and Morty. Now, I've already shared previously Rick's ship, which is going to release at the time of Hot Cash with Hot Topic. So that's really not that far away. That's for a January release. I got to get that one. It really looks awesome to me. And then they also have here the Mad Max Rick Pop Ride up for a February release. I got to get that one as well. So I'm going to have to figure out, you know, some space here because I really want both of these. I think they both look pretty cool. And then continuing with that focus on that particular Mad Max episode from Rick and Morty, you see that they have pop figures based off of it, and the majority of these here are based off of that episode. They do have Prison Break Rick, of course, that's based off the first episode from season 3. And then they have, Morty with the sentient arm. I wanted to make sure I say that word right, because I can trip over that easy. So they have him with the sentient arm. They have a common version, and they have a chase version. I really do like that chase variant. I'm gonna have to try to go for that just because I really prefer the look of that one. I like him giving the thumbs up, well, the bloody thumbs up. So yeah, I really like the look of that. And then they have Warrior Summer, and they also have Hemorrhage. And then the last figure here is pretty interesting. This is another callback to the latest season, Rick with a face hugger on him, and that is a GameStop exclusive. So all of these are up for a February release. And I want to say this real quick. I know a lot of people are surprised that Funko is putting so much focus on that one particular episode, but trust me, Funko is going to do a lot with Rick and Morty. They're not going to slow up anytime soon. They had just released Wave 3, which included Scary Terry, and then this is Wave 4. So yeah, if there's some variants of the characters that you hope to see, I would just say basically be patient, because more than likely it's going to happen. They're going to do a lot with Rick and Morty. So yeah, just be patient with that. So with the rumor mill, not much to share here, but I did want to address just 2 quick items with you all. So this image that you see here was a character I just mentioned, Scary Terry, and this is by no means an official image. Now I do want to say though that the Squanchy with rope, that has already been officially revealed as an FYE exclusive. But the Scary Terry figure, like I said, Scary Terry here in his underwear, that's based off of a dream sequence within one of the episodes. That one is definitely not confirmed, but it seems like it is possible, you know, so time will tell as far as that's concerned. And the character is pretty popular, so I wouldn't be surprised if they were willing to do a variant of him. And then normally I don't share, you know, things from the Quid app because they are very much not official. I mean, there's a lot of things on the Quid app that aren't official, but you know, there's still murmurings that it's possible that Funko might do some more variants of the Megazord and the Dragon Zord. And I really want to hear from Power Rangers fans. Would you like to see more variants of these? And basically, what type of variants would you like to see? You know, in my opinion, I think metallic is obvious. I don't know about glow in the dark. Maybe that would be possible, and maybe some different color schemes. But you know, I'm not the biggest Power Rangers fan, so I really want to hear from Power Rangers fans. You know, if they were to do variants of these, what would you like to see? And it does seem like it could happen. I wouldn't be surprised if they did, you know, some variants as con exclusives, but time will tell. So that's going to do it for this edition of Funko News. Definitely not a ton of information, but that's how it is around the holidays. You know, so I would imagine after the holidays pass, then that the news will start to pick up a lot more, especially with Emerald City Comic Con on the way, which is a big one for Funko because that is on their home turf. So I expect a lot of interesting things coming up related to that convention. And, you know, we'll see what happens there. I'm not even going to speculate on that. I just really want to wait and see. I hope they have some cool Marvel and DC figures, though. You know, some things that I'd really be interested in. But yeah, that's going to do it for this edition of Funko News. If you liked the video, make sure you drop a like on it. If you didn't, thumbs down. It's all good. Either way, it helps the video. You know, as always, I definitely appreciate comments. You know, I try to respond to a lot of them, or at least like them to let you know that I checked them out. If you like what you saw and you're new to my channel, definitely subscribe. I am on that road to 10,000, hoping that happens sooner than later, you know, but we'll see what happens. Regardless, I feel blessed for the support. And I hope everybody enjoys the holiday. Those of you that are celebrating the holidays, yeah, I really hope you enjoy them. Make sure that you spend some time with family and friends. Really show appreciation for the people that are in your life that you love. You know, just really appreciate this time, basically. But yeah, that's going to do it for this edition of Funko News. Plenty more content coming up on my channel, and I will talk to you all again real soon.